Hello everyone, this is Yvette from the Kat Scrappiness design team, and I'm coming on here today to share with you the Spellbinders universal plate system. Now this is new to me and I haven't even opened the box yet, so let's open this together and see what comes in the box. All of the different plates are marked with a letter and what they are. So this is piece F and this is the shim. And I like that it says, nope, this is not a cutting surface. So you know not to cut on this. This is a shim. It's pretty thin. I like it. But sometimes you just need that little bit of extra. And then this is letter E. And this one is an embossing mat. So it's like that kind of silicone rubbery texture. And then this is letter D, and this is the adapter plate, also not a cutting surface. And then here is one of your cutting plates. So this is letter C, and this is a cutting plate. You do get two of the cutting plates. So here is another letter C. And then your letter B is your platform top. And this gives you directions here on how to build your die cutting sandwich or how to emboss a cut shape. So I think this is very helpful. This kind of guides you through. I like this. And then here's your platform base, which is letter A. And again, it gives you some directions on how to build a cutting die sandwich, how to emboss a cut shape, how to build a standard embossing folder sandwich, and how to build a 3D embossing folder sandwich. Now, before I get started using it, I did want to show you the original Spellbinders platform in comparison to the Universal System platform. And you can see that the Universal System platform is longer than the original, which is great to use with your slimline dies. That's just perfect. Now, another difference is that you can see here that the original platform is a little bit thicker than the new platform. And that's what this platform top, plate B, is for, and that kind of levels them to the same width. And the reason for doing this is so that you can remove platform B and have platform A be a little bit thinner to accommodate your 3D embossing folders. And I'd also like to mention that on platform B, you'll notice that the center of the platform is slightly raised. It's a little bit thicker, and that helps with cutting out your more detailed dies so that you get a little bit more pressure on the center, which is perfect. So let's get started, and I'm going to show you really quickly how to use the die cutting sandwich, the embossing sandwich, and the embossing folder sandwich. I'm going to cut using this A2 lattice frame die from Kat Scrappiness. And so for your die cutting sandwich, you need platform base A, your platform top, one of your cutting plates, your cardstock, your die, and then your second cutting plate. So here's our platform B. Here's a cutting plate C. I have my paper and my die cut ready to go. And I kind of angle when I have a square surface there to avoid that harsh bump when it goes through. And then your second cutting plate. So let's roll this through. And you can see just how beautifully this cut out. Look at that. Clean cut right through on the first time. All right, so the next thing we're going to try is embossing with a stencil. Okay, now I am going to try doing some dry embossing using this stencil by Kat Scrappiness. It is the Layered Bubbles 3-pack. And so I'm just using one of them. And I'm using this textured cardstock. So I want to see how this comes out. So for that embossing a cut shape, what we're going to do is use our platform base A, and then our platform top, our embossing mat, which is E, and then our paper and our stencil, and then adapter plate D. So let's run that through and see how that works. It feels like it might need a shim. Let's take a look. Oh, it's not too bad. It did do some of the embossing on there. Can you see all the circles? So it's not as deep an emboss as if you use an embossing folder, but I like that subtle texture on the cardstock. Alrighty, so now we have our die cut panel. I want to emboss it to give it just some texture there. So I'm going to pull in an embossing folder from my stash. So let me bring this in and I'll just place it right in my embossing folder. Alrighty. And then the sandwich, let's take a look at that, is your platform base, your platform top, your standard embossing folder with a paper inside, and then your cutting plate. So let me get, this is my platform base, this is my platform top, and then here is my embossing folder, and then cutting plate C. Oh, I'm excited to see if this works. Let's see. Feels like it needs a little more pressure. So let me use cutting plate D. Cutting plate C just didn't give it enough pressure. So you can always change, test your machine, see which sandwich works best for your machine. And let's take a look. Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. I am loving this plate system. It really is very versatile. So here is our embossed and die cut panel. And I think I want to make this into a card. Alrighty, here's the card I made using the die cutting function and the embossing function of this new wonderful universal plate system. I really am enjoying using this. I love that it just makes making your sandwiches so easy. You're not having to look at a diagram and figure out which plate is which. It's very easy. It shows you plate A, B, C, D, whichever ones you may need. But again, always test it on your machine because some machines may need an extra shim, and you can just use this shim, and then if you still need more, you can add a piece of cardstock. I really did enjoy using these plates for my die cutting and embossing. I can't wait to play more with all the different combinations and sandwiches. So check out Kat's shop and you can get one of your own universal plate systems. The code you'll need to get this wonderful universal plate system at Kat Scrappiness is on screen now. And I'll also link it in the description box below, as well as the other products I used to make this beautiful birthday card. Just look how shimmery that is. Thanks so much, everyone. I hope I was able to provide you with some inspiration. And as far as my first impression on this universal plate system, double thumbs up. I hope you all have a wonderful and crafty day. Bye for now.